How do I know if I can afford a program? This is really important to consider as you're looking at different study abroad office program options and narrowing down your choices. So first, you're going to navigate to the Study Abroad Office program by using the healthabroad.unc.edu portal. There's a search feature there where you can plug in any different program that you might be looking at. Next, once you reach that program brochure page, you're going to specifically click on the link that says Costs Scholarships. This will give you a very specific budget breakdown. So you will scroll down to make sure that you're looking at the correct term. On that page, you will often find a fall budget, a spring budget, perhaps an academic year budget, and sometimes even summer budgets. So you just want to make sure that you scroll accordingly and that you're looking at the correct term that you're thinking about studying abroad. Then you want to look at the very bottom of that program's total cost of attendance. It'll be listed there, and it's highlighted here in pink on this particular slide. So this is a program budget for the University of Edinburgh. And as you can see, the total is $14,946.25. So that's the very grand total of the program. And you'll use that figure to then figure out if the program is more expensive or less expensive than a semester at UNC. So if you're an in-state student, your regular cost of attendance when you're here on campus at Carolina is $12,629. And if you're an out-of-state student, it's $27,176. So when you specifically look at this program as an in-state student, you're going to be comparing that 14,946 program total with the study abroad office program to the 12,629 figure here on campus. And by comparing those two figures, we can see that the difference is about $2,300. So this particular program is $2,300 more expensive as an in-state student. That's the budget sheet on the left that's listed as exchange in-state. And if you're an out-of-state student, that budget is listed in the middle of this screen here. It's listed as non-exchange or direct enroll. For this particular same university, it's $24,453. So again, if you subtract that out from your regular semester expenses here at Carolina, you would have a difference of about $2,700. And this program is actually $2,700 less expensive than being on campus. So that's how you can compare. You take the on-campus figure and you subtract out the study abroad office budget grand total, the grand total cost of attendance, to see if your program is more expensive or less expensive. And once you have that narrowed down, there's a few very important questions that you can ask yourself. One, if the program is more expensive, you really want to think about, how do you plan to cover the gap? Some students are able to work throughout a summer and have summer savings. Some are able to rely on friends and family. Some students don't have those options, and you might only be looking at loan eligibility. So in that case, you need to ask yourself, are you willing to borrow additional loans in order to make this study abroad opportunity a reality? And then finally, another question to just ask yourself is, will you have enough fun money while you're abroad? Meaning the study abroad office budget sheets don't include extra expenses for fun travel excursion. Unfortunately, the federal government doesn't allow schools to include items like that. So you just want to think about or be mindful of what other sources that you might use for some of those experiences while you're abroad. And by completing all of those steps, you can really start to compare apples to apples by figuring out, is this program financially feasible for me? Can I afford it? Does it make sense given my financial situation?